We've seen a bunch of images and gameplay on Hytale throughout the years, enough to be able to piece together the certain additions that Hytale Minigames will have when compared to the Hypixel counterparts and other Minecraft minigames in general. Hey guys, welcome back to HytaleExclusive. I'm DeMolitions, and today I'm going to be going over my favourite topic, minigames. All the way back to when the Hytale announcement trailer was released, we've known minigames would be one of the prime features of Hytale, with Hytale providing their own hub of minigames while also encouraging more to be made when Hytale is released. In the meantime, we've been shown so much more and can bring this all together to get a feel of what Hytale will bring to the servers and minigames table beyond the possible remake of some OG maps. For starters, some spark can be added to the maps in terms of elemental effects. This will make the map look amazingly cool, but also affect the gameplay, vision and strategy for each map, such as by making it dangerous to be outside during a blizzard or lightning storm without the right equipment or resources. This may partly be given to you through your kit, rewarding those that choose wisely in minigames that have these kits. Without them, however, further strategy and thinking may be needed by the player to take advantage of these elements. It is also likely that some enchantments and magical abilities will benefit from being in certain elemental environments, possibly even interact with them. The addition of all of this will be at the discretion of the creator of the map, and of course be turned down if it does not suit the minigame. However, I like the idea of playing Skywars on a Zone 5 looking map, with a lightning storm forming sometime in the game to wreak havoc on the ill-prepared. Environmental additions have already been added to spice up minigames in Minecraft, but they've always felt clunky and somewhat out of place. Anvils summoned to fall from the sky, or multiple ender dragons spawning to destroy parts of the map to bring the end of the game, etc. Hytale therefore will have a clear advantage here, as a game in development with minigames heavily in mind, where the map creators will not need to pull assets from other parts of the game as a best fit instead of what they have envisioned for the game. Now, the combat in Hytale will also shape the minigames we play, revolving around being reactive and proactive, with use of different methods of attack depending on the type of weapon, mysterious magical system, and armor that affects more than just your resistance stats, while still offering enchantments. There will be one-handed swords, two-handed swords, warhammers, axes, throwing knives, bows, spears, just to name a few non-magical weapons. They each will have attack patterns that players will need to learn to use effectively. For instance, the warhammer has a slow, wide-sweeping attack, suitable for fighting a large number of enemies at once. If it's the only weapon that you have in a minigame, it may be difficult to fight other players, as this attack can be outmaneuvered by players with smaller weapons. For the magical system and weapons, we know there are books, wands and staffs which will allow the use of magic. There are many types of wands and staffs, which may be enhanced in certain elemental zones. It is also likely that they have more than one attack, maybe some sort of utility as well, such as teleporting, enchanting or controlling the nearby elements. Now, what powers these complex attacks or utility is unknown. However, it could possibly be something like plants, mana, essence, or runes and rings, which will be the resource to complement such magical weapons. This could keep them in check, as a way map creators can dampen their strength in minigames from being outright overpowered. We also do not know if there's armor that provides resistance to magic, or if you just need more health. Simply put, we do not know much about the magic system as of yet. When we do, a whole video will be dedicated to just this. Taking all of this new combat into account, minigames will have much more depth in the form of less spam clicking and more strategy, timing and use of attacks. It will also be very interesting to see how certain minigames adapt to a new combat system, especially with magic being thrown into the mix. We know from BSG on the Hypixel server that there is a kill effect that allows gravestones to form upon a player being killed. This of course is interesting as we received a postcard last month that showed a Hytale adventurer's lifeless body with a gravestone, possibly revealing that this will be the norm in adventure mode. However, in minigames it gets a little more complicated. It is often a competitive place, and having objects spawn in a world where you cannot break blocks can lead to some problems, by either getting stuck inside them or having them block an exit to some area that the fight put you inside. Luckily, we know Hytale is going to be extremely flexible for map creators, and so this will not be an issue, as it may be possible to just smash the tombstone or have them be more sci-fi like a hologram tombstone. As for whether the items will explode out of the body upon death and have to be collected, or be looted from the body, will likely be up to the map creator. In fast-paced games like Skywars and BSG, it is likely to stay like normal. What won't stay like normal will be the shape and the size of players you meet on servers, with multiple races and morphing highly likely to be part of many servers. Fighting player-controlled bears wielding shields or warhammers, or nimble elves with height and agility may become the common experience for a Hytale player. Anyone up for some dragon fights? Another common experience set to shake up the combat in Hytale is quick access radial menus. While everything is subject to change, it has been shown that there is an equipment and consumable radial menu for quick access along with dual wielding. This has huge potential to impact minigames, as hotbar management can be quite the task with so many unwanted items. They will notably be quicker for the average user than a normal inventory, but slower than your hotbar, suitable for, well, consumables, namely drinkable potions and food. A year has passed since we received more information on this, namely for the equipment radial menu, which is the most compelling part of Hytale's inventory system, as it correlates to dual wielding, which likewise, to consumables, will have a huge part to play in the combat of Hytale. Ambient zones, changing the rules of the audio for players based on weather, the number of walls, the time of day, and more. Stereo panning, allowing for immersive gameplay, reflecting directional movement to the audio a player hears. Being able to hear a player that you cannot see allows you to know somebody is nearby. Being able to directionally hear where a player is, what they are stepping on, allows you to track them. This brings strategy into how loud players can be in certain areas if the aim is to sneak attack another player, or just to hide. While the combat and environmental side of Hytale is extremely exciting for me, and I'm sure many players, it is rather trivial compared to the amount of flexibility they are providing the community. A customizable and flexible Hytale that gives control to its community has been in the background of everything mentioned in this video, because at the end of the day, new ideas, new minigames need to be created, not just by big servers, but by anyone in the community that wants to delve a little bit into the area. Even if they do not have much experience in modding, but want to show off their ideas to their friends, helping them do so creates an incredible environment that has the potential to shape the future of players. This also keeps the community staying fresh and facilitating their own growth for many years to come, becoming a platform that evolves based on the audience rather than one that fades quickly after making a show.